Okay, last game for Tyrell Banner of the Sun today. This is Nice Watch Banner of the Dragon. So it's a Jon Snow Queensguard deck. That's, I mean, I'm the one that's playing a weird deck. You're not really playing a weird deck. Unless it's somehow not Queensguard. In that case, you know, massive props. But let's be honest, it's probably Queensguard. So I can counter the Queensguard. Corset Wall. That doesn't really tell me anything. It might still be Queensguard. I can counter Queensguard if I can get the icon removal stuff, because if Jon Snow doesn't have icons, then it doesn't matter how many times you can stand him. We'll just see what happens. I feel like I also can fight against the Corset Wall if that's his whole game plan, also because of icon removal to allow unopposed challenges. Second Sons. Okay. There's the flea bottom. Let's see here. I guess I marshal a courtier. I might actually want to marshal a spy. Yeah, like just for the icons and the strength, I think it's worth it. We don't have any Randall activators this turn. So yeah, I'm going to go for Garland. And that should spook him. We can use the Shadow City Bastard to enable Garland and get 2 claim. No challenges. I feel like he should have at least declared a Chump Intrigue challenge. But sure, whatever. Guess I'll do a Chump Power. It doesn't really matter. Let's get our unopposed 2 claim military challenge. And Intrigue. Oh, I could actually have had a way to stand Randall by paying for the Hightower Spy with the 2 Scheming Septons. But this worked out better. Getting the 2 claim military was definitely worth it. I'm going to use 1 Scheming Septon, so I'll go up to reserve and keep the other one in play. I would prefer to keep both in play, I think. But I'm just always spooked if I'm ahead on board that there's going to be some type of reset. Obviously, this is just a noble cause for me. Close call to get the Second Sons back. That makes sense. He made me first player. That was generous of him. I guess I'm going to play the Queen of Thorns. Scheming Septon. And if I just save, I can get 4 gold in challenges phase. So I might as well just play this courtier. I played a game earlier today, and it was against Martel Wars to Come, which used to be my most hated deck, and the game made me remember why it's still a fairly hated deck. Only slightly less because it can't have Flea Bottom anymore. But what he did is he played like 2 or 3 resets in a row, and then just did trade routes into trade routes. And because I had more power than him, because he had 0 power the entire game, he won initiative and played Someone Always Tells on my trade routes. So yeah, that was fun. Very fun and interactive gameplay right there. Alright, do I just go for the Queen of Thorns? I don't think it really matters what I do. I have an overwhelming advantage at the moment. So he has 4 gold and a Shadows card. That Shadows could be Aegon. Alright, let's use our Scheming Septons first. I want to have the Scheming Septons able to move on top of the deck whenever I want them to. So that then I can ambush either Hightower Spy or Dornish Spy. Yeah, it is Aegon. So he's probably going to get Dario. That would be my guess, yeah. Now, do I take Dario's Intrigue? Because like what I could do is use the Septons and ambush Dornish Spy and take Dario's Intrigue. But I don't know if I even want to do that. Yeah, probably don't, to be honest. Like, he can just defend it, and that's fine with me. I don't actually want to trigger the Queen of Thorns. Putting in Randall would be overcommitting into Valar Dohaeris. And putting in the Hightower Spy wouldn't really accomplish that much. We're just going to save it. Like this way, now I get to do another 2-claim military with Garland. That's just better. Let's go ahead and see if we can get discard fodder for him. Yeah, he thinks he's going to defend it. He's not going to defend it. What do I discard? Probably a Randall duplicate. I don't think I'll need a duplicate. Because I'm probably not going to play Randall until I see him do a reset. He discarded Karth. He might regret that later on. But I've drawn none of my icon removal attachments, so maybe it won't matter. Now I'm far enough ahead on board that I don't really necessarily need to play trade routes. The reason to play trade routes is he might do Valar Dohaeris. And he might do Valar Morghulis, but I would doubt it because I have a bodyguard. Yeah, if he does not do a reset, then playing trade routes now is wrong, but I think he's going to do a reset. Yeah, I guessed correctly. Big shocker, he did a reset. He did Valor O'Hara, so you could never expect that. So do I want the Queen of Thorns or Garland? I think Garland is more powerful than the Queen of Thorns at the moment. Then do I keep the Courtier? I have a Hightower Spy in hand, so I might want to keep the Courtier. Yeah, probably. No, that was the wrong one. The 2-claim military from Garland is a pretty big deal. So that's why we kept him. And also in case that happened, in case we drew Flea Bottom. Though we already have good Flea Bottom targets. Do I want Randy or Renly? Man. Alright, if we marshal Randy, he's 2. And then we play 5 here. And we can go up to 6 gold in challenges phase. Which is a perfect amount, so let's do that. Scheming Septons are so good against resets. It's amazing. Basically, we have enough gold for Flea Bottom and Southern Messenger if we want to do both. Dario is back. Oh, sworn to the watch. That's interesting. Not sure what the point of that is. Well, I guess if it actually is a Jon Snow deck, then that would be the point. But I guess he just never drew Jon Snow. I'm going to play the world's smallest violin for him. I don't think there's any way to bounce Dario. No, there isn't. Alright. Yeah, I definitely want the Shadow City Bastard out of Flea Bottom, I think. Although what I could do, which would be pretty damn funny, is I could declare military with Garland, discard the Hightower Spy with his ability, and then bring the Hightower Spy into play to buff Garland with Flea Bottom. That would be funny. It's probably actually what I'm going to do. But I think we just do a power with Randall first and see what he does in response to that. He lets me win it. That's fine. What is this? That was weird. Is he going to defend it with both of them? Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe it'll be a Rose Road on top of my deck. Nope, it was a 6-cost card, so 2 military claim again. If I win this game, and I think I have the advantage now, Garland definitely did all the work. Garland has killed, like, everything that's in his dead pile has been from Garland. It's pretty funny. I can't actually get an unopposed challenge, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, all 3 of these together are still not enough to get past Dario, and just one of them is enough to get past 3 Finger. So we're going to attack with 2. And the point is that if he chump blocks with 3-finger, we can bounce 3-finger. Oh no, I did that wrong. I was supposed to attack with the high tower spy. I messed that up. He didn't use them anyways. That's good. Now we can bounce 3-finger hob if he attacks with him. Yeah, he's 2-2, so he's going to attack, and this is going to happen. Get out. We freaking got him this game, man. Look at this. This is not great for the opponent. If we were 5 million IQ, we would have March to the Wall. We'd be one of those decks that just randomly has it, even though it has 0 synergy with the deck. We just always play March to the Wall. But nope. We don't play that card. Is First Snow ever good? No. Confiscation, close call. I guess counting coppers is the play. I do want to find some more economy cards. Here to serve. That makes sense. Come on, give me a Rose Road, dude. There we go. 3 Scheming Septons. They're all here now. Probably just gonna play one of them. Why not? Well, I'm glad I got to show off the tricks and synergy of this deck really well in the last game here. Show off the Garland Flea Bottom combos and the Scheming Septon Orange Card Ambush combos. Pretty cool. Alright, I guess our Flea Bottom card is Shadow City Bastard. We can't get enough money for a Dornish Spy. So, military claim isn't a thing anymore. That's sad. But he doesn't have any Flea Bottom cards, so we might be able to get an unopposed power. If I do this, he's going to have to try to defend the military. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to, I guess. But if he doesn't defend it, then he'll kneel the wall, so it's a win-win. I would expect him to attempt to defend with Dario. That's fine. I mean, I would have preferred to win that, but can't win them all, I suppose. Now we're going to go for the unopposed power with Randall. Frickin' got him. And well, I might as well declare an intrigue with yeah, there's no difference between doing it with both of these versus only doing it with one. In both cases, oh no, if I only do it here, then he can defend one character to one character. Okay, so there is a point to attacking with both. And this way he has to either lose it or kneel both defenders. He chooses to defend it. Don't entirely blame him there. Now, my question that I have to ask myself is, am I going to play the First Snow of Winter next turn? I don't think I am, because it screws up my Scheming Septons, and the Scheming Septons are really super good right now. I guess it's just going to be Confiscation on his Sworn to the Watch. Nice of him to have a card in play for me to target with Confiscation, so I don't have to confiscate my own bodyguard. Oh, here it comes. Gifts for the Widow, man. Queen's Guard. Okay, now we know what we're doing. Next plot. That's spooky. Yeah, discard your hand with the Queen's Guard, dude. Please do it. Come on, stand him. Do another one. Do an intrigue. One cool thing that he can do is he can Queensguard to discard a Flea Bottom card. But it doesn't look like he has any Flea Bottom character in his hand, or he would have discarded it with that first Queensguard trigger. Does not do an intrigue. He must really like these other 3 cards in his hand. Well, I hope he enjoyed triggering that once. Knowing my luck, he has another Gifts for the Widow in hand, or he just drew like another Queensguard with 3 finger. But I have to at least try to confiscate the first one. Have to try. You win or you die. Okay. Sure, buddy. I don't quite understand or quite know if I agree that that was the correct plot to do when you have Queensguard. Unless he's like 10 million IQ and he knew I was going to confiscate it, which would be a reasonable assumption. I mean, if somebody has confiscation, they're going to use it on that. So I'm hoping for no Jon Snow, and if there is Jon Snow, then I'm really hoping for no Queensguard Jon Snow, because I still don't have my icon removal attachments, not even one of them, which is sad. They would be super good against that Dario Naharis. His Dar, well, that's not what I like to see. Helps him play everything from his hand before he has to discard all of it. Lord Commander, okay. If this dude gets me with Lord Commander Dario Naharis, I don't think I can be that upset about it. I'm glad he discarded his Isle of Ravens. He could have countered my Flea Bottom with that. Well, at least there's no Jon Snow. Think I have to Marshal Renly. Probably another Scheming Septon. So now I can get to 4 challenge phase gold. I can get Flea Bottom and Hightower Spy ambush. Not looking forward to the 2 claim with Dario Naharis, but I don't know if I can block it. 12? Okay, so I can block it if I kneel 3 of my guys. It's definitely worth it. Just hoping that there's no BS that allows him to win it. There should not be. Yeah, I got it. And got the Renly trigger. Nice. This is really good math for me. It lets me use my Scheming Septons to defend. And then I'm going to trigger both of them, and I can use the Hightower Spy to stand Renly to defend power. Oh, man. Yeah, this is fine. Wow, another Renly trigger. I'm way over reserve. Okay. Let's go, Shadow City Bastard. Well, I can't win power. There's no way I can get past his Dar. But I can force him to kneel that wall. Because I'm going to do this, and he has to defend with his Dar. Then I'm going to do this. And I get unopposed intrigue. And the intrigue claim obviously does not matter. But we do kneel the wall. And that is actually pretty important. Now, what are we going to discard? Man, I got a lot of good stuff in my hand now. Let's discard a Garland. I don't know if we need 3 Scheming Septons. Probably a Bodyguard. I guess Mace. And we have Great Halls, so we can actually afford Mace. Man, I'm not sure. Probably Old Town. The only reason I might want to keep Old Town is I might be able to like just win by triggering it since I'm already close to 15. I guess we're going to discard Mullendor. We're not going to be able to get the Mace Mullendor combo next turn. It's too expensive. And I don't trust my luck with Mullendor if I'm not doing that combo. Now, how good is First Snow? It bounces 1, 2, 3 things on his side and 2 on mine. Oh, man. One of mine is an ambush, but yeah, it still messes with my Scheming Septons. I just don't like that. And Close Call is really good this turn. Trade Browse with 0 cards in hand. Okay. Where's his draw plot? He don't have... I guess You Win or You Die was supposed to be his draw plot. That's why I don't count on Win or You Die to be a draw plot like that. Like, I'll run a draw plot, and then I might also run You Win or You Die, but I'm not going to run Win or Die as the only plot that draws cards. Yeah, GG. GG indeed. He managed to get a pretty scary stuff on his side, but he didn't get Jon Snow. So get out, I suppose. No Jon Snow means no game for him. That's not quite true. If my deck wasn't also doing some really powerful stuff, he could have run me over with this board that he had. But my board is also very powerful and scary, and I just have way more going on. 9 cards in hand, and like tons and tons of really strong stuff ready to go. So we got him. Yeah, it turns out You Win or You Die. Not that great of a plot for him. Did not do that much work. I'm not the biggest fan of that plot. I think it works sometimes in certain types of decks, but I maintain that a lot of people seem to use it as a crutch plot. Like, they just don't know what else to really do with themselves, so they just flip that and hope that it's going to, like, you know, get them ahead somehow. And it often does not. But yeah, that's the game. Time for probably a month-long hiatus now. I don't know how much I'll actually play the game over the next month. I might not even play much because I'm inclined to wait until the Greyjoy box hype sort of dies down. I don't want to sit down and try to play with the new cards from the Greyjoy box, and every single game is also against people playing new cards from the Greyjoy box. For some reason, that just sort of gets on my nerves. Maybe I'll play, maybe I won't, but I probably won't be uploading either way. This is my last week of uploads for 2018. So, I hope you enjoyed it, to anyone that's actually been watching my games regularly. Thanks very much for your continued viewership, I suppose. I know I'm probably not the most exciting person to watch and listen to, but this is a really big hobby of mine, and I just kind of wanted to share it with anyone who wants to watch along with me. So, there it is. I'll be back in the next year.